So hey everybody, it's me, Rudy again. It's Republican Convention, day one, part 3. Now we're in the evening hours. So we had all of our fun this afternoon. We had a good time this afternoon. I met a lot of folks and made some old connections. And now I'm heading to go to a cigar convention. And now we've got some protesters out here. So check this out. Right there across the street. They're not very happy with the current convention and, you know, with what's going on, I guess, in our country. They were pretty loud here just a couple of seconds ago. I guess they can't figure out exactly if they like Trump or if they don't like Trump or if they don't like Biden. Do you think these guys like Biden?
No, they were also saying fuck Biden. So.
Oh, so they don't like Trump at all. Neither do they like Biden. So I guess things are getting bad enough where people aren't liking it, and so we're heading to a social here to meet some more people. And so far the convention's been going pretty good. I'm here with see, here you go. Here they go. They don't seem very organized with what they're doing. Anyway, so I'm here with Charlie. Charlie's taking pictures. Say hi, Charlie.
Hey, what's up? Oh, hey, hey, y'all.
Oh, yeah. So Charlie's here with me, and we're both doing a live, simultaneous live broadcast.
I wonder if he realizes nobody's behind him. That is the same guy who was jumping on us earlier.
Yeah, it was.
I picked the shirt I was wearing.
Hey, how you doing?
What are you guys doing here?
Just trying to cross the street.
Then keep crossing.
I'm looking at the face of
We
cowards.
gotta wait until it
Cowards?
That's what I'm doing here. I'm looking.
Why are you hiding then? Why are you hiding?
Cowards.
Look at this guy called me a
I'm
coward.
not hiding at all.
at
I got
this
a
guy.
show called
Hey,
Do
how
Not
you guys
Talk.
doing? Hope
Look
you guys
me
are doing good out
Do
there.
Not Talk. Rumble.com/Do Not Talk. I don't hide.
Are you doing
No, we're
earlier you had your phone off. Why?
Because I was wearing a Trump
No,
hat.
you
No,
went.
you were
You changed it up.
threatening me.
You do
remember
change it
that?
up.
You
Keep
remember
walking
that?
now. There you go.
And
What?
you said all these Mexicans were behind me and they were
Yeah,
going to attack me?
Hey.
Remember that?
Hey,
They're not behind you now. They're not behind you now.
Oh wait, you want to
What's
see?
your name,
You want
by
to see
the
how
way?
deep you are?
What's your name?
You want to? You know? They call me Rick at 18.
Is that what they call you?
Yeah, that's
so
what they
what's
call
your
me.
name, though?
Don't worry about my name.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Why do
Okay.
you want to know my name? Why?
Why would I not?
Why would you?
To be friends. How can we
I
be
want you
friends?
to
if
be
we
my
don't actually
friend.
know your
Charlie,
name?
why are you
I don't want you to
acting
be my
up?
friend.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
You having a good night?
I Trump supporter like you as
I
a
know
friend.
you don't want to be my friend. I know
Look,
you.
So
this
don't-
guy is so funny. Look.
I don't care.
Look, see, look at this guy.
Look at this guy. Yeah, there's my name. That's right.
Hey!
Well done, son. Okay,
Hey,
we're
wait,
going
wait,
to...
wait.
Watch it.
Hey, see you
Watch
later,
it.
buddy.
See ya.
See you later, buddy. Hey, you're jaywalking now. You're jaywalking.
So there you go. Those are the people.
So that's how it goes.
That is how it goes.
Really interesting with what's going on. First time actually encountering the left, where they're supposed to be the party of inclusion, right? They're supposed to be the party of inclusion. They're supposed to be nice to us, and
Hey, hold on.
Huh?
Hey, what were you
I'm
saying
here for
about-
myself.
Where the Mexicans
Yeah, I'm here
at?
for myself.
Yeah, what were you
I'm-
saying
you're
where
a
the Mexicans are at?
Yeah, I'm a candidate. I'm running for Congress.
Yeah, he
I'm
said
running
where
for
the
Congress.
Mexicans are at.
I'm running for Congress.
You're running for Congress.
You're
Yeah.
a Republican?
Yeah,
Look at this guy.
yeah.
You're a Republican.
Earlier he was scared.
Huh?
You support Trump?
Hey, earlier he was
I
scared.
support whoever's in office.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
yeah.
so
What are you scared
All of
for,
a
old
sudden,
man?
you're not saying
you
that,
know
huh?
What are you
what?
saying? Where's your
Well, you're
Mexican
saying
friends
to
at?
him.
Where's my Mexican friends at?
Yeah, that's right, earlier.
He
You
they
know
are.
what that flag stands for? You know the LAPD banned that flag? You know what it stands for, right? You know what it stands for?
United States of America.
No.
Nope.
No.
It stands for the United States
Nope.
of
Blue
America.
thin line flag
That blue
is a
thing.
rebuttal for the BLM movement, and it's racist, and that is why.
No, it's not.
That is why LAPD banned that flag. This was out.
Take some notes.
You know
man,
that
before
police
you wear
only
the
solve
hat.
2% of major crime?
Huh?
The police system in this country only solves 2% of major crime?
Yeah,
You know that?
that's true.
Coward.
Why you, Valley?
Why you scared? Why you scared? Earlier you were talking.
You know, if it was up to the Republican Party, people like you and I wouldn't be able to vote.
We can vote. Are you registered to vote?
For the Republican Party.
The Republican Party wants everybody to vote. The Republican Party wants everybody to vote.
Mexicans and black people to vote. You know
No,
that.
they want Mexicans to vote. They want black people to vote. They want women to vote.
Can I ask you a
They
question?
want
Why is it
everybody
why
to
is it
vote.
that 9 out of 10 poorest states are Republican or red?
Huh?
Why is it that 9 out of 10 poorest states are red?
Well, how about how many cities are run by Democrats?
That's the question.
States? Well, they're poor because there's no money there.
I mean, you know, California, we pay the back end. We pay their taxes.
Yeah, we pay their taxes, and so do all the big cities pay taxes.
Because you know why? Because less regulation. Because you guys want less regulation, less taxes.
Right.
And then we end up
Then
paying
get out the
this
street for your own
state. So
safety.
Of course.
why is it that Republicans think that your policies are better?
Our policies are better because we want to be able to lower taxes so that way, if you lower taxes, then that means that more
get that.
people have the opportunity to make money.
I get that, but
Okay,
why is it that
so
red
is-
states
why
have
is
lower
that-
taxes and then now California has to pay the back end for that?
No, it's
Because-
not just California paying
it
for it.
is.
Everybody's
It
paying
is.
for it.
It is.
Everybody's paying for it. Do you want in your cities? Everybody's saying, hey, we need to take care of the homeless. We need to take care of all these people. That's great. But where does that money come from? Where does the money come from? It comes from taxes,
But if
right?
you- look, the
It comes from
policies that
taxes. And let
Republicans
me
have
ask you
passed-
this much: in all the major cities, who runs all the major cities? Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York. Who runs all those major cities? What party?
And we pay.
What
pay the
party?
back end of that.
What party
and I don't
pays
even
it?
support the Democratic Party, but at the
Okay,
end of the day,
so-
Republicans do not have any policies or any legislation that improves the economy here. Every time, look, even Trump has admitted it that even when there's not a Republican in office, the economy does better. Our GDP level actually rises. Instead, when there's a Republican in office, it plummets.
No, because if you take a look at the GDP right now, it has dropped. If you take a look at inflation, it's gone up.
You know why?
Okay.
You know why? Because Trump in 2018 he dismantled our pandemic team, and we warned him. We warned him in 2018. I've managed presidential
All right. So let
campaigns.
me ask you this much: who's been in power for the last 2 years?
Well, let me tell you this.
Who's been in
We're
power
still
for the last
recovering.
2 years?
Have we been in shutdowns? We haven't. What happened to all the allegations that Biden was going to have us in shutdowns and national lockdowns? It hasn't happened. The economy is still recovering. The economy is still recovering from the pandemic because Trump dismantled our pandemic team in 2018 and left us vulnerable to a major pandemic, and that is why the economy shut down completely in 2020, and the unemployment rate reached a record high 19% during Trump.
No, the unemployment rate went down during Trump.
No, what are you
It
talking
went
about?
down during
Dude,
Trump. Just take a look it up.
2020,
Look it up.
statistics,
If you take a look at the
19%.
Bureau of Labor and Statistics right now, unemployment is an all-time high.
Our
And,
national
and
debt
any
was
jobs
also at
that came
16
back,
trillion.
the
Now
only
it's at
jobs
30.
that came back were the jobs that were already lost.
No.
And there's people not working right now.
I think you forget that during 2020 we were in major national lockdowns.
Right.
And I get it was the governors passing it, but at the end of the day, why dismantle a military pandemic team that was supposed to protect us from a pandemic? Because why? Because Trump is anti-science, and we warned him about that. This is a nonpartisan issue.
And okay, so let me
nonpartisan.
ask you this much. So Dr. Fauci was the one that was under Donald Trump, right?
Right.
And he was the one who was pushing all the mask mandates,
But-
and he was also pushing having to have
Because it was too late already to capture it. Because had we not dismantled our pandemic team in 2018, we wouldn't be scrambling and rambling to try to figure out something that it was already overblown in the first place. Now, for example, if let's say Bernie Sanders would have became president and he dismantles our military by 90%, and then we get attacked by whatever country, who are people going to blame? They're not going to blame the other country. They're going to blame the president for leaving us vulnerable, and that's exactly what happened.
You're right, and that's what happened. But just because the pandemic team was taken, the pandemic team may have been taken down, but the government took the steps that they thought at that time in 2020 necessary to protect the country, and that only happened for a period of time, because not long after we went into those shutdowns, Trump was trying to open up the country. He was trying to open up the country and trying to do better. But prior to 2020, we had the lowest unemployment rate for minorities across the board. So
Prior
we
to
can
the
agree
attack.
on that.
Yeah, but
Can we agree
prior-
on that?
No, but
You don't agree that?
No, but
But prior
you
to the
can't just pick and
pandemic,
choose. At the end of his presidency, our unemployment rate was at 19%.
of
And
course
then
it
when
was,
he came
because
in,
we shut the entire
the
country
national
down.
debt was at 16 trillion.
The
right?
entire
The
country
national
shut
debt was
down at
16
that
trillion
time.
When Trump came in. When he left, it was at 29 trillion. Right now, it's at 31.
Of course,
the economy's
you know
actually
what?
Gonna get better in
Hey,
a few
I
years.
don't deny it. Trump increased the
I'm gonna
spending
tell you right
rate.
now, if Trump wins again, we're gonna have another major disaster, whether it's a pandemic disaster or I don't know. I don't wish no bad on this on us, but something bad is gonna happen. Our economy is gonna plummet again. And that history shows.
So,
that he's admitted.
let me answer this much. So let me answer this much.
That when a Republican is in office, whether it was Bush, whether it was Trump, whether it was Reagan, the economy plummeted. Our GDP level plummeted completely. And I don't even support Democrats, but I have to give it up to Bill Clinton because Clinton was actually en route to have us delete the national debt by 2013.
And when did the housing crash happen?
2008 because of Bush.
2000 because of Bush.
Yes.
Yeah, and who started bailing out all the banks?
And I don't agree with that. I don't agree. Obama did that.
Okay, so
it's
look,
a mess that he had.
And so, okay, exactly. So can we agree on this? Let's agree on something. Can the government ever do anything good?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
No, let me ask you: is the government good at doing anything?
No, because
okay, all right. So
wait
a second. So we agree though. But wait, stop.
You know the program's called Citizens United. Do you know what that is?
Let
you
me
know what Citizens United is?
Wait a second. Let me answer. Do we agree on that though? I want to agree with you on something.
No, but
why
but
you don't want to agree with me on something?
I said I agree, but
okay, so we do agree.
I'm gonna tell you why.
So we do agree that the government doesn't do things good.
Why. Can I explain why? Okay, so do you know the program called Citizens United?
I've heard of it.
What is it?
No, I've heard of it.
Okay, so Citizens United since 2010, it allows any billionaire, okay, through funnel and fundraise for any politician. They can easily, if you're a politician, you're running for Congress, and I'm a billionaire, I can use a super PAC and fund your campaign by.
No, you can't.
Nope,
not according to that. No, you can't. No. A super PAC can do what a super PAC wants to do on its own, but it cannot. Any organization like that can only donate up to $5,000 to any. Look it up in the FEC.
Do you know what a super PAC is?
Yes, I know what a super PAC is. It's a really big political action committee,
2010,
and political action committees
have been
But those organizations, those campaigns are their campaigns. It's not the individual candidate's campaign.
But the billionaires, are puppeteering politicians, which is why the government right now is worthless because we don't have the government.
Well, let me put it to you this way. My name is Rudy Recile. I'm running for the 8th Congressional District in Northern California.
How many corporate donations
I've got
have you received?
None.
Okay.
All my donations are small dollar donations. If somebody gives me 50 cents, we were out one time putting up signs, and all they had was 50 cents. They said, "Look, Rudy, this is all I got. I'm going to give this to you." That was able to buy one glove, which will help us put our signs up. Okay, I don't have a ton of money. I've got a small campaign. I'm running up against John Garamendi. Do you know who John Garamendi is?
Citizens United has allowed billionaires to fund
and you know what?
with no
That's
cap,
fine. But they're not funding me.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
they're
this,
not
but
funding
that's
me.
the problem with
They may be
politicians
funding
now,
those other
because they're
politicians,
being
but they're not
puppeteered.
funding me.
So you don't trust the government, but you rather have this country being ran by 4 rich white men because that's what's going on. The 1%.
Well, why do you
owns
think
more
I'm
than
running?
40% of our wealth.
Why do you think I'm trying to run? I'm trying to run because I want to make a difference. I want to try to change
Well, you're
people.
with a party that has been overran by white supremacists, Proud Boys.
Are you
the
calling me a
KKK.
white
No, but you're
supremacist?
running with that
Are
party.
you calling me a
You're running
racist?
with that party. That's what the party is
That's not what
known
he said.
for. That's what the party is known for.
That might, you know what? The KK was founded by Nathan Bedford Forrest. Okay, he was a known Democrat. He was the one who started it. Which party switch in the 70s?
Yes.
Okay, so you're telling me that what all those people just automatically jumped?
I mean,
who was it?
Why is it that everyone that wears a Confederate flag is a Republican?
Not all of them.
I've never seen a
Not
Democrat
all of them, because
wave a
all
Confederate
of the
flag.
ones on the South, the ones that fought on the side of the Civil War on the South, they were all Democrats.
Right now, the Republican Party, all they write on is homophobia. That's it. They don't.
They're pro-life. Their economy.
The economy is being overrun by billionaires, and that's what's going on.
It's not just billionaires. It's not just billionaires. But okay, name a billionaire.
You know, so we have
Bill Gates?
We generate more.
Are you talking about Bill Gates? Who else are you talking about? Are you talking about Apple? Are you talking about Walmart? Are you talking about Target?
Less taxes.
Yeah,
That's your
and
policies.
no, and guess who owns all those big companies?
Netflix.
Who owns all those big companies?
Yeah, and I'm against Democrats
Who?
too.
Okay, so they're all Democrats. Okay, so all these big billionaires are Democrats.
Well, actually, you know what they are? They're centrists.
They're all
in this
big.
country, we don't have real left wingers. You know, both Democrats and Republicans, okay, are both capitalists, and that's the problem.
And what's wrong with capitalism? Don't you want to be able to have the opportunity to start a job, to make a job where you can make jobs for other people, create a product, and become successful yourself.
Okay, but do you think it's fair?
Wait a second. Do you want that?
Hold on.
Do you want to be able to do
The
that? Do you
workers
want
should
to
own
have
the means of production? Can you define socialism right now?
socialism? Socialism is when the government controls the means of production.
No, socialism is when the workers own the means of production. We have Amazon.
No, it's when the
workers
government
being
controls
exploited.
the means
But
of
do you think
production.
it's fair that we have to pay with our taxes? We have to pay for food stamps for Amazon workers and Walmart workers. They're
Well,
being
we're also
exploited.
paying for food stamps for people that are in jail. We're also paying for we're also giving money to people that are coming over our border all the
Do you
time.
think it's fair that Walmart and Amazon and Netflix and all these major corporations pay 0 to 0 federal taxes?
They pay federal taxes through the people that work for them, and they also pay federal
That's not
taxes.
fair, though. See, that's
They
not
also
right.
pay taxes for the property that they're managing, the
Capitalism
properties that they own.
Capitalism is only good for the 1%, which is the top 1%, and that's
Capitalism is good for anybody who owns a business.
why are we in
So if
31
you
city
own a
national
taco
debt?
truck and you're out there and you're making money owning that truck, okay? Are you a capitalist?
So
Are you a capitalist?
We have 50,
If you own a
if we
you
have
own a
50
food
taco
truck,
stands, hold on.
if
we
you
have-
own a food
I'd
truck
rather
and
have-
you're
listen,
making money,
I'd rather have 50
are you a
taco stands,
capitalist?
hold on. If I'd rather have 50 taco stands and each of them own their means of production,
Good.
than to have a big corporation like McDonald's.
You're
own
right.
Every single
Me
one.
too.
You're right. So then that's why you should support local.
We're together on that.
You support
That's what we want.
local.
That's why it's a
That's what we
nonpartisan- It's a
want.
nonpartisan issue.
Exactly.
It's a nonpartisan issue, though. It's a nonpartisan issue, and that's why
Exactly.
you have to understand.
So
that
that's
Citizens
why-
United, the program that allows billionaires.
That's
to fund
fine, but
tax.
that's why. Let me ask you this much: Are you voting? Do you vote? Do you know who's your city mayor? Do you know who your council members
Yes, I
are?
do.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. So then that's where you. That's
Go to
where
city
you make a
council meetings
difference.
every time.
Good. That's where you make a
I'm a city
difference.
commissioner. I know what I'm talking about. But
Well,
at the end
then
of the day,
that's
like I said, the Republican Party has been overran by homophobia, okay, and racism. The Proud
You
Boys
can't
were
say
taken
that
in
for every.
January 6th.
Are you saying that every
And we
Republican
call
is that way?
No, but the majority of them are.
And so then why
the
can't I
policies
try to
that were
make a
passed by-
difference? Why can't I make a difference?
I mean,
Why can't I make a difference? You're trying to go to city council meetings to make a difference, right? You don't claim a party. That's fine. That's your choice. We live in America. America is a place where everybody has the opportunity. Our Constitution says we the people. It doesn't say we the Mexicans. It doesn't say we the black people. It doesn't say we the white people. It says we the people. That means everybody.
but-
Our Constitution and our laws are written so that everybody has the opportunity to make something of
it's not a
themselves.
fair ballgame.
It's not, but that's why we're
when-
fighting for it.
when the
That's
majority-
why people like
when
me
the
are trying to
majority-
fight for
when
it.
the majority of Republicans want to overfund police who target black and brown people. Do you know?
Do you
that
think
in
that
this
the police?
country-
Let me ask you this much: when everything goes bad, who do people call?
See that we're not gonna fall for the Stockholm syndrome. We call it
No,
ambulance.
no.
We call firefighters. That's what
Okay,
we call.
but when the
You know,
bullet,
police
when,
don't. They do not prevent crime. They come in, they write a report, and they leave. That's it. They don't prevent crimes. You know what
yeah,
prevents
but
crime?
at the end, you're always
Programs
you
for
end
the
up
youth.
calling people.
Programs for the youth.
Yes, you're right.
Okay,
But
so-
you know what? Do you think that a country can just manage without being governed?
Do you know hold on? Do you know what the prison industrial complex is, right?
Yes, I've heard of
You know
it.
it's a for-profit system.
Yes.
Okay. So do you think it's fair that we have every city hires a police department that gets over 50 to 60% of their budget, but only solves 2% of major crime? Okay. They do not.
Okay,
prevent
so do you know
major
what
crime.
Prop 47
And
is?
then yes, I do know what prop.
And you know what Prop 57
Were
is?
you able to this expunge your record and all that stuff? I
Exactly.
know.
So then
But-
why did we vote that in?
That was it.
What?
But
That was voted in.
It was a nonpartisan issue, but at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
but it was
so this
voted
day,
in, wasn't
we
it?
have-
And so what do you think's
Hold on.
tying the DA's hands?
Hold on, but we have.
What do you think is tying their hands
I'll tell you why.
from people
You know we
going
incarcerate
in the
more
trench?
people than anywhere else in the world, right?
Yes,
Okay.
of course we do.
Why? Because the prison industrial complex is a for-profit system, and then the other thing is this: why is it that white people, who make up 73% of the population, commit more crime, consume more drugs, but yet black and brown people are being convicted and targeted at 5 times the rate?
Well,
those are
how-
facts.
Which has and the fact also is that are there more white people than there are black people in jail? Are there just as
Per
many?
capita. We're talking about per capita.
Yeah, but there's regardless whether it's per capita or just by person. Bottom line is there crime in this country?
Of course. But
Okay, there's crime in this
because
country.
you know why? Because our communities are being sucked dry during the pandemic.
Exactly.
During the pandemic,
You know what? I
billionaires
don't disagree with you on any of these points, but my point being is this: whoever is running our cities, whoever is running our country, just take a look at who those politicians are, and those are the people that you need to be going after.
We do.
Those are the people that you need to be writing to.
Do you think?
Let me ask you this much: you're running for office?
No.
Why not?
No, because I don't.
Why not?
Because it's
You got
fucking
look.
corrupt.
Look.
I don't agree with that. We
running
can
for
make
president.
more changes.
No, why don't you? Why don't you run and make a difference?
We are making a difference. We don't have to run. You think did Martin Luther King or Malcolm X have to run for office? Cesar Chavez?
No, he
They
didn't.
never ran.
No, he didn't.
They have more streets named after them than presidents.
Oh, that's true. But let me answer this much: you could have the power of a lot of people
Yeah,
right behind you,
people.
and you do have.
It doesn't fall under one person. It falls
Yes,
under the people.
but you know what? I believe in you. I believe that you could run and make a difference.
But-
And why not? Why not run for city council? Why not run for school board and make a difference in those places? And I believe that you can.
Part of the people.
You've
It's
got
people are
look. You've
rising up
got
and
you've
calling-
got the
calling
knowledge to
them
do it. You've got the knowledge to do it.
can do
You've
that.
got the leadership to do it.
we could do
You
that.
look right around here. You've got all these people here recording you. You've got a following right now with people following you. So why don't you go ahead and make a difference and run yourself?
We can make a
That's what
difference
I'm
without
doing.
it. We've-
That's what I'm doing.
We've done it. We can trust me. What I do for work, I do it all behind the scenes. We
Okay,
manage
and that's
presidential
great.
campaigns, but
Then
at
get
the end of the
behind a
day-
candidate.
But-
Get behind a candidate that will
But
voice
you
your
have to understand
concern.
that you are a part of a party, and it's both Democratic Party and the Republican Party, who are being puppeteered by the billionaire class.
But
And
it's
that's what
not
I'm
me.
trying to tell you.
But it's not me.
But see, sadly, if you're
But it's not me.
But if you're not receiving corporate donations, I'll tell you this much, based off what you're saying. Sadly, people like you,
Yes.
who don't receive corporate donations, almost never win.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm trying. I'm trying.
You know, you
okay.
probably, you know,
I'm-
you probably,
look,
you probably
I'm-
have no chance in winning, right?
Hey, I might not have a chance, but I'm giving people a choice.
So,
You want? Do you
so
want?
I
Do
need
you
to
think
join
it's
the fight
okay?
to abolish? Look, once we abolish Citizens United, it will level the playing field for people like you.
Hey, but you know what? Until that time, we need to give people a choice. And if we're going to give people a choice, people need to step up to the plate. And if we don't step up to the plate, if we don't voice things like you're voicing, if you don't voice those things, and we don't get on those politicians that are out there that are doing the bad stuff,
What do you think we're doing here? We have Ron DeSantis, who has no chance in winning the presidency.
that's fine.
Trying to target brown
Good.
people in Florida. Right now, there's a Mexican man who was driving through state lines, okay, just to go to work, and he's facing 20 years. Do you think that's fair? When
No, there was
when Ron
another
DeSantis-
man who wasn't even at January 6th who just got 20 years.
I mean,
He
that's-
wasn't even there. He wasn't even there in January. He wasn't even in the city. Okay? He wasn't
Apparently no
even
one was
there.
But
So
do you think it's fair that a man was trying to go to work? And
do
he
I think that
indigenous
it's
to
wrong
his
for
land?
injustices to happen in our country? Yes.
And that's why we're
That's
here.
that
That's why we're here. We're here
That's
to protest Ron
good.
DeSantis.
And I'm
for
glad.
passing anti-brown legislation
Look,
when he's a European man.
number one, the First
to
Amendment
criminalize
gives you
it.
your freedom of speech. And
Because of activists like us who have fought for
exactly. And that's what it's there for. Okay?
Well-
So look, I'm glad that we've had this discussion, and I think it's good. We need to have more of this. We need to have a place where we can all sit down at the table and talk. But if we don't do that, if we don't have these discussions, then what are we doing to ourselves? Why are we eating ourselves up like that? My name's Rudy Recile, and I'm running for Congress. And I hope to the God I win, because I'm going to be running against John Garamendi.
Are you
and
against
he's gonna-
legislation of marijuana being legalized on the federal level?
I think that marijuana needs to be decriminalized.
Okay.
To decriminalize marijuana, it should be no different than alcohol.
What about legalizing it on the federal level?
Nobody watching.
If you decriminalize it, then everybody can do it. It's just like cigarettes.
Different though. Different.
No, you know why? You know what happens? You know what happens when you legalize it? You can then tax it. Then you can regulate it. And when you start regulating it in that manner, okay, that's where all the big fat cats are going to be coming in. Okay, so decriminalize it. Don't make it a criminal offense. Make it just like you would if you had tobacco.
But once it's
Okay.
still illegal on the federal level, you know that
No,
gives
I'm
ground
saying
rules for everyone.
decriminalize it at the federal level.
Okay, yeah, I
Make
agree
it
with
so that way it's no different than cigarettes, no different than beer. You can just go into the store and buy it, and you have to be legal in
What
order
I need
to
you
do
to do,
it.
I need you to research on Citizens United. That
I
program.
will research
Because
on it.
that's the reason why you're
What's your
going to
name?
lose. Alex Enamorado.
Rudy Recile.
Alex Enamorado.
Remember the name.
Okay.
Alex.
All right.
Just letting you know, research that because that's the reason why you're going to lose.
Hey,
it's not because
you know what?
corporations like Clarion and Marriott.
Hey, look, if people in my area have a choice, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, we need to be able to give people a choice. All right. So thank you for having the discussion. Okay, and I think that you can do
And
it.
another reason why we're here,
Yes.
you have to understand this. It's not an even thing. The Biden administration, even though we don't like them, we have to keep the facts, okay?
Right.
The Biden administration, till this day, has had 0 indictments, 0 convictions. The Trump administration actually had 89 criminal indictments, 12 convictions. His advisor, George Nader, look it up, 2019 was convicted of child rape.
Yeah,
And
well,
what
just
pisses
keep an
me
eye
off-
on what's gonna
what
happen
pisses me off
on
is
the
that
next few months.
a lot of Republicans don't call that out. They don't call that out. They pick and choose. I haven't heard one Republican call out George Nader for being convicted for being a chomo, and that's not right.
Yeah, and the same thing with the. Just watch what's going to happen in the next few months with all the hearings. We'll see what happens. We can't predict the future, can we? We can't predict the future. All we know is what happened in the past, and that's the past. And even in that, they're trying to rewrite the past. Okay? All we need is good people to stand up, because for evil to triumph is for good people to do nothing. And you're a good person, and you're doing something.
And if you're really about the people, you should be for people in Amazon and Starbucks for them to unionize. Because if the working class has no money, then we won't be able to continue to function in this country.
And you're absolutely correct. Okay?
Right.
Hey, it's good talking with you. I really appreciate you. All right, man?
Next time we'll debate some more.
All right, we'll see you. So wasn't that an awesome thing? I actually got a chance to talk with a leftist. I was able to get back with him and tried to talk to him, but he was definitely like locked in on what he was thinking about. So I hope I got a few good points off and was able to talk to them, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just doing my best just to make things happen, and just doing what I can, and we'll see what happens in the future. So all right, I'll see you all later, and I hope you enjoyed that exchange. Talk to you later. Bye.